Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to dive into a really fascinating story about foresight, strategy, and a partnership between two of Asia's most dynamic economies. It's all about getting ready for a massive challenge by building something that could honestly redefine international cooperation.
So let's start with a question, right? Because this is exactly the situation that Bangladesh is facing. After decades of just incredible growth, it's heading for a moment that's, well, it's both a huge celebration and a massive economic risk.
And it all comes down to this one single year, 2026. This is the deadline. Everything revolves around this date.
So in 2026, Bangladesh is set to graduate from the UN's list of least developed countries. Now, make no mistake, that is a huge achievement. It's a sign of incredible progress. But, and this is a big but, graduating also means all the special economic help it's been getting for decades, like easier access to markets, is about to just disappear.
And there's the risk. We're talking about a situation where almost overnight, tariffs could go way up on nearly 3/4 of everything Bangladesh sells to the world. So you've got this massive economic challenge, a real ticking clock. And this is exactly where South Korea steps into the frame, working with Bangladesh to turn what could be a crisis into a real opportunity for both of them.
Okay, so let's get into this partnership. To really get how they're tackling that 2026 deadline, you have to see how this relationship was built piece by piece over years. For South Korea, this isn't just about being nice. It's smart strategy. It's about building up a stable, high-growth partner in a region that's absolutely vital for its own economic future.
In this timeline here, it shows you that this wasn't some random thing. It was carefully cultivated. You know, it started with your standard diplomacy back in 2009, then got a major reboot in 2022, and now it's blasting off into super high-tech areas like AI and biotech. It's a long-term evolution, not just some quick reaction.
But look, this partnership goes deeper than just dollars and cents. It's actually grounded in the fact that they see the world in very similar ways. Let's take a look at their big-picture plans for the Indo-Pacific, because that's what makes sure their long-term goals are actually in sync.
And as you can see, their outlooks have a ton in common. I mean, both countries are all in on a rules-based order, economic cooperation, and keeping the seas secure. The differences are really just about diplomatic style. Bangladesh talks a lot about inclusivity for all, while South Korea focuses a little more on its specific values-based alliances. But that shared foundation, that's what makes all the practical stuff possible.
All right, so the clock is ticking, their big ideas line up, but what's the actual plan? This is where that high-level strategy gets real, where it hits the ground. Let's dig into the concrete, multi-layered solution they've built to handle this whole post-graduation challenge.
First up, and this is the most urgent piece of the puzzle, is this trade deal. You have to think of it like a race against time. By starting talks on this economic partnership agreement now, the goal is to have a brand new deal ready to go before the old benefits run out. It's a brilliant strategic move to stop a trade shock before it even happens.
But listen, it goes so much deeper than just a trade deal. South Korea is deploying this powerful three-pronged support system. You've got the EDCF for huge infrastructure loans, KOICA for technical training and grants, and then this new thing, the EDPF, to help the private sector grow. Each one tackles a different piece of Bangladesh's economic transformation.
And we are talking about serious money here. Through that EDCF fund, South Korea has committed a massive $3 billion to fund major infrastructure projects. That directly helps make Bangladesh more competitive on the world stage.
But get this, the real story is the terms of these loans. Some of them are being offered with interest rates as low as 0.01%. I mean, that's practically free. This isn't a commercial bank. This is pure development financing, designed to put growth into overdrive.
And this partnership isn't just about big money. It's also about people. Through its employment permit system, Korea has opened up a quota of 11,500 jobs for Bangladeshi workers in 2024 alone. That's giving them skills, experience, and a real opportunity.
Okay, so you've got the trade deal, the financing, the skills training. What's it all for? What's the end game here? Well, it's about a fundamental shift. It's about moving from that old-school aid model to a modern economic alliance, and in the process, transforming Bangladesh's entire economy. And this chart right here, it tells you everything you need to know about the core problem they're trying to solve. An incredible 84% of Bangladesh's exports come from just one industry, ready-made garments. Now, that's been a source of amazing strength, but relying so heavily on one thing is a huge risk in today's world. And this is the long game. The goal is to use Korean investment and know-how to build brand new, advanced industries
right there in Bangladesh. We're not just talking about a few factories. We're talking about encouraging entire ecosystems for things like electronics and even semiconductors to move there. A project like the new AI hub isn't just a building. It's a bet on creating a new generation of tech talent and pushing Bangladesh way up the global value chain.
You know, this quote really just nails it. This captures the whole idea. It's a move away from that traditional donor-recipient dynamic to a modern alliance, one that's built on shared goals and a real plan to create economic strength that lasts.
And all of this leaves us with one big question. As more and more countries face these kinds of economic transitions in such a complex world, could this incredibly proactive, deeply integrated blueprint from Bangladesh and Korea, could this be the model that everyone else starts to follow? It's a pretty compelling argument for what a smart, strategic partnership can really pull off.